So today we're going to see about team size in your project. You see, team size it depends on the data and work, team size and structure here. Here we're going to have in team maybe like size 8 to 12 members in the team. So here the first one is like client. So going to give to us a requirement data and everything. Then PM comes like a project manager. Then next architect. So architect means like who knows about like a data modeling concept, data modeling like star schema, okay, and Snowflake schema. So these data warehouse concept like a data lake, data mart, okay, and dimensions, fact tables, dimension tables, conformal dimension, conceptual dimensions. So he going to deal with everything data modeling. So once when we have uh, data in the S3, we're going to load into the Snowflake, right? So when in the curator layer, so these are going to design the modeling, like what is the we need to follow approach for the data or star schema and Snowflake schema, which is the good. You're going to discuss with admin and he will do the modeling. Okay, do the modeling. This is architect. Okay. So then comes like Snowflake admin. So in Snowflake, we don't have the DBA, database administration. We don't have the DBA. So everything handled by the Snowflake and Snowflake admin. So he going to take care by the like RBAC, role based access control, security, uh, and query optimization, and checking the query profile, query history, and monitoring. Okay, pricing, billing. Okay, pricing, billing, and resource monitoring. Okay, creating roles and creating users. Okay, assigning the work task. So these things in going to make the task going to guide us how to do the task and everything. So Snowflake admin completely is the top of the Snowflake account. Okay. Then next Snowflake developer. So we are the developers. Okay. We are the developer. What we need to do? So we need to load data into the Snowflake warehouse from S3 bucket to Snowflake, maybe Azure to Snowflake, Azure blobs to Snowflake, and GCP to Snowflake. Okay, so after loading the data, we need to clean the data. We need to do the transformations. Okay, delete and duplicate validation, data validation. After cleaning the data, we need to do the transformations. We need to apply the business logic. dbt developer. Okay, so we also like uh, after loading data into the warehouse, then we need to connect with the dbt. Again, creating the models. Okay, staging, intermediate, mart models, doing the test, the documentation. Okay, CI/CD pipeline creation, everything is going. This is DBT developer. Then next comes BI dev. Okay, they're going to generate the reports with what we given the data from the data generating reports. Power BI, Tableau. So they're going to use. Okay. And finally QA. So quality is going to analyze the data. So what we have done, we're going to check with the business data, real data, that easy to okay find that queries, the code, okay, you will find to that applying business logic, is applied perfect or not, everything you're going to check it. That is QA. Okay, so next comes okay. So these are your team members. Maybe so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Maybe we're going to have two developers, Snowflake two developers, okay, DBT two developers, BI two developers, and Enlist two developers. Maybe like that we're going to have. Okay, Snowflake maybe developer, maybe three developers in the one team. DBT two developers, BI only one. Maybe one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Again, can think you have 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, let's see, like client one and manager two, second person, third, and four developer, two developers, so 5 and 6, and 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Maybe QA 10 and 11 and 2. So totally we're going to have 8 to 12. Depends on the project size, and the team lead they're going to decide. Okay, who going to do. Okay, so what are the those people roles and responsibilities? Okay, roles and responsibilities. So this is very important. So who going to do what? Who going to do what? So the roles and responsibilities. Here, see, first client. Okay, you're going to provide the data, provide source data. Okay, you're going to define KPIs and validate previous validate reports. You're going to provide to us. This is from the client. Okay, so then our like PM going to discuss with the client. PM, project manager. He going to discuss with the client. Okay, he task client, task client, and he plans the timeline. So when we need to submit the work and these things he will plan. Then again come to the assigned task to each person, developer, BA, everyone. Okay, you need to teach work. So we have Jira tool. So from that we're going to get the task. So task for each person, the project manager is going to assign the task. So daily stand up. Okay. So daily our stand up call. So with the these admin and everything. Okay. Daily we have the stand up call. So these things are done by the project meeting. Okay. So next comes architect. Okay. So what we going to do? Client, then manager, then architect. Okay. Here data model. Okay. And then data modeling like star schema or snowflake schema and snowflake schema. And then layers. So what are the layers we have? What are the layers in the snowflake and what are the layers in the dbt?
Uh, there are three types of layers. First one is raw layer, and the second one is stage layer, and the third one is not.
What are the layers in the snowflake? What are the layers in the dbt? Yesterday I explained, right?
Snowflake's Snowflake raw layer, staging layer, curated layer,
Yeah,
dbt
yeah,
staging layer, mart layer.
So in raw layer, what type of data we have?
In raw layer.
So correct, good. What is the data we have in the raw layer, and what is the data we have in the staging layer and in the curated layer? In raw layer, we're going to have a copy of the data, same data. What we have in the source, same data we're going to have in the raw layer. In staging, we're going to have the clean data. So without deduplication. In raw layer, duplication with all null values and unnecessary space and as copy of source data. The staging layer, we're going to have the clean data without deduplication data. And in curated layer, we're going to have the fact and dimension tables. Here we apply the business logic. Then tell me what are the layers in the DBT? In DBT, what are the layers we have?
Staging layer, interlayer, mart layer.
Yeah, staging layer, intermediate layer, and mart layer. So in staging layer, so raw data, intermediate we're going to apply the joins, chaining the tables, those things. And in curated layer, in the mart layer, we're going to have the say mart, curated mart layer. In DBT we have mart layer, we need to call mart in Snowflake curated layer or mart layer. So both they will. So in mart layer, we're going to have the fact and dimension tables. Okay. Fact and dimension tables. So we go and have in the mart layer. Okay. So next comes. So this is architect, okay, going to like design the layers, okay, and you're going to check the so performance, okay, performance of the work, how each one the performing the work. Going to check, okay, data modeling layers, and you're going to check the performance. So data standards, going to check data standard. Okay. Then Snowflake admin, okay. So what here creating the user. So I am using the Snowflake account. Okay, I'm the now admin. Okay, so in the Snowflake account with my account, you can also log in with my account, but you need to have the different username and password. Okay, so what I'm doing, so I'm still I'm working with the loading data with Snowflake creation, handling the data file format stagings. Okay, these I'm handling. So another person need to handle the deleting duplicate values, cleaning the data, right? For that, he is also one user. For that, how he can access? For him, we need to create one user account. Okay, one user account we need to create, and we need to give the permissions to access the data. Then it can work. Okay, so like that. Okay, if any other user want to work, because of we have these 12 numbers, so 12 numbers going to work with only one Snowflake account. It depends, one Snowflake account, but these 12 numbers going to have that different usernames and passwords. Okay, so that's what here comes admin. So he going to do create the users. Okay, then roles and warehouses. So warehouses. Okay, doing the warehouses. So then again, like complete security. So there is one table we can everyone cannot see every data from the single table. So there are different users going to see data in different formats. Okay, so one second. So there are different person going to see the data from different ways. So okay, so like that security, because admin can see complete data, manager can see some data, employee can see some data. So simple example I give. This is one number. So then admin can see complete data. Then manager he can see data like this, and other person employees, other employees. Okay, so they can data or this like complete master data. Is that I will explain in next classes. Okay. So that is completely security. Okay. So data sharing. Okay. These things are with the admin. And you're going to take a cost cutting. How the costs in the data. Okay. How the cost. Then ETL developer, or you can say ETL developer also there. So what you're going to do, you're going to extract the data and load to data into the S3 bucket or blob or GCS. Okay. AWS, AWS S3, Azure Blob Storage, GP, that GCS, Google Cloud Space, GCS, okay, GCP. They're going to load into data. So what they have. So we're going to get data from the S3 bucket. Okay. They will extract data from the different source systems like legacy systems, Oracle, maybe SQL Server, and CRM systems. Okay. So then this is extracting the data, load the data, and then you're going to create the like pipeline, okay, pipeline, completely pipelines you're going to create to that ETL developer. Then Snowflake to develop. Okay, what it's going to do? So we're going to create like raw tables, streams. Our work. Okay, our work. We're going to create raw tables and streams, and creating the tasks to run the SQL statements, scheduling and SQL queries, and performance check. So we need to also check the performance, our queries, how they are performing. So what is the time taking, okay? And what is the how many microparts are scanning, okay? So these things, and by these Snowflake developers, then come to next dbt developer. So we can call dbt. Okay? So what he is going to do, or like completely staging models. Okay, staging models and mark models. Okay, then again go with uh, staging models, smart models, and incremental data handling. Okay, incremental data handling, these things, and test. Okay, so test, test. Then again, we could see lineage graph. So in DBT we have the lineage graph. Okay, those things. Staging models, smart models, incremental data handling, doing the test, unique, not null accepted values, and a lineage graph. Many lineage graph. So from that, with this lineage graph, we know uh, what is the source and what is the target. And target means, so suppose if you have any model, so we can find out seeing the lineage graph. So where that model comes from, upstream models, downstream models we have in the DBT. So those things, everything handled by the DBT developer. Then comes to picture. So like VA or done. Okay. Here, what is going to do? Dashboards. Okay, going to maintain the dashboards. Then like KPIs and the reports. You going to maintain these things. So completely about reporting team. Okay, they're going to manage these things. So next comes like QA. So you're going to like row count is matching with source data, and source versus, okay, source versus target. When we check that, and okay. Then again logic check. So what we have applied the logic, business logic, we're going to check. So using QA. Okay. Then here completely workflow is like client to PM. Okay. Then project manager. He will discuss with architect. Okay. Then architect, you will talk with, okay, developers, so admin and everything. Then from ETL, loading S3. Okay. So these things. After again Snowflake or raw layer, okay, dbt or like completely end-to-end data we're going to get from in the curator layer. Okay. Then QA we're going to validate. Okay, valid. Okay, you need to explain these things when they ask about what are the your roles and responsibilities. So, okay, like suppose if you have high level like experience more than 8 years, okay, you need to explain because are we going to get position like team lead and like that. I like where dashboards and the client going to approve. Again comes the client. So this is the flow. So daily stand-up calls we're going to have. Okay. So ETL going to they going to tell about loading the file. Snowflake going to tell about creating the streams. DBT into the build marts. QA going to find the mismatch. So project manager client request. Okay, these things completely. So we have Snowflake architecture, storage layer, compute layer, cloud services layer. So right, multi-cluster warehouse we have scaling, vertical scaling, X small to small, small to medium, medium to large. Horizontal scaling, 1 to 5 clusters, 5 to 10 clusters, micro partitions, query pruning. What is a query pruning?
To fetch the
What
only
is a query pruning?
the relevant data to. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Removing the unnecessary data.
Yeah. So micro partitions. Okay. So when we run the query, it won't scan unnecessary data. It will scan only relevant data. Okay. So these things. Then we have warehouse creation. We have done. So cluster key we have done. Okay. We need to apply cluster key and only the large tables use filter columns and example like so date columns, patient ID. Okay. So just listen to me clearly. I'm going to explain how the roles and responsibility. So listen, just you can record with your mobile. Okay. I worked on a healthcare migration project, so where data was moved from Oracle and SQL Server into Snowflake using cloud storage. So we designed raw staging and curated layers and used dbt for ELT transformations and incremental processing and SE type 2. So final data was consumed in the Power BI dashboards. So the project followed dev, QA, and production environments. So with strong RBAC automation and cost governance. So simple 30 seconds only. No need to keep 2 minutes, 5 minutes about roles and responsibilities. Okay. If they ask about completed project flow, so again I'm telling, just listen. I worked on a healthcare data migration project. So where data was moved from Oracle and SQL Server into Snowflake using cloud storage. The we designed raw staging and curated layers and used dbt for ETL transformations. So incremental processing and SE type 2. So final data was consumed in the Power BI dashboards. And the project followed so dev, QA, and production environments with strong RBAC role-based access control. So automation and cost governance. Okay. So like that you need to tell just 30 seconds. No need to go with more. So detail architecture with the tables like so we have in the Oracle SQL Server like patients, source, claims, billing. Okay. And comes to this ETL and AWS 3. You know, okay. So then we have raw patient, raw claims, raw billing, and streams. So patient streams, claims stream. Okay. And in come to the DBT staging, stage patients. Okay. And stage claims, stage underscore billing. Okay. Stage underscore patient, stage underscore claims, stage underscore billing. So then again, dim means dimension, dimension underscore patient. Here we're going to apply for patient table, SC type 2. Okay, dimension provider, dimension dim underscore provider, fact underscore claims, fact underscore billing. Okay, so these things we have. Okay, so what is QA validation means after loading? So QA validation, what he do? Okay, so row count, sum, check the null values and duplicate values you go check and the logic. So complete logic. Okay, so Snowflake. but we have roles, industry roles. One is a Snowflake developer, Snowflake admin, Snowflake architect, Snowflake analyst, Snowflake tester. So Snowflake DBA rare. As of now, we don't have the DBA. Okay. Then DevOps platform, that is like the option. Okay. So data flows from Oracle and SQL Server through ETL into the cloud storage, then into Snowflake raw table. So DBT transformation data through staging and curated layers with incremental logic and SE type 2. So final analytics data is consumed in the Power BI with strong security automation and cost governance. Okay. So this is I will share with you. Okay. No worries. I need to change something in this notes. I will change and can follow that work. No need to go with searching. Just read it one or two times and write on your own way. Don't try to tell same thing. Okay, made in your way. Okay, just make in yourself. Okay, that's going to be remember easy tools. Okay, so I give the answer, but don't fall as it is. After reading what you are understanding, just write a notebook. You follow that notes in your interview. So how the data flows? So data flows from Oracle to through ETL into cloud storage, then into Snowflake, raw tables, then transformation data with the dbt, staging and curated, layers with incremental logic and historical data handling with SE type 2. So final analytics data is consumed in the Power BI with strong security, automation, and cost governance. So these things. Okay. So follow these things. Okay. So here my screen is blinking, not good. Okay. So what you do, I will give you a submit. Okay. So everyone do one thing today and send it to me. Okay. We don't send, we going to skip the class tomorrow. Okay. Uh, we need to have everything. If you want to do the project, okay, everyone do one thing. Okay. So create Dev Healthcare database. Okay. Dev Healthcare DB or Dev Healthcare schema. Okay. In this schema. Okay. In this data, in this schema, create. Okay. So select from drugs package. Okay. So this is the file, right? Okay. So here we have drugs package. This is the one file. Okay. So create table. Okay. Create or replace drugs package. So this is the file name drugs package. So give underscore, give the data. So drugs package, copy, take this name, drugs underscore package. Then give table name drugs package underscore data. Okay. So create one table. Okay. We have more than 150 columns also. Just what you do, copy and paste. Okay. So copy this. Okay, copy these two lines. Okay. Paste in the chart GPT, create table. Okay. So that's package underscore data. Okay. Use the syntax, it will create. Then we have null, right? Load option we have. So add data. So load data int, browse. Okay. And go to their file and click and select it. Okay. That file. Then it's going to load into the data into the file. The data going to we get in the table. Okay. So like that. Okay. Everything. Okay. Create table. Okay. Again, like that you need to have. Okay. So this is the file name. These are the columns you need to paste here. Okay. First file name. Okay. Give the hyphen file name hyphen what are the columns in that, then create syntax, then select the table. Okay. So these I need for each table. Okay. For each table I need. Okay. So I'll paste in the one notepad for 26 tables sent to me. If you are getting any error, so leave it. And so if you given a number for ID, it won't load data. So try to give for all string or varchar. here varchar, right? Give varchar for every column. Okay. So because of we have complete mixed data with the numbers and alphabetics. Okay. So you see Dux product file name, Dux product data table name. So I need like this. Okay. Under hyphen file name hyphen what are the columns in that, then that table syntax, then select star from this syntax. So I need for the 26 tables. Okay. So today evening to send to me everyone. So need to send if I have, okay, if I have these things, okay, for the 26 tables, okay, then only we can continue the class tomorrow. So if you don't have, as usual, normal class only, it means like we can't implement RBA's policy in depth. Simple. I will take one example and I will explain. So if you have these things, then we go some advanced level topics. Okay. So we will end class. My screen is not good. It's blinking continuously. So we will continue the class. I'll fix it now. So we will continue the class tomorrow. So we will go with RBAC, role based access control tomorrow. Okay. We will go into design. So any doubt you can ping me. Okay. So who are coming the offline, we can start now. Okay. So be here like 10 to 11 here. Okay. Before 11, try to reach here. And paste everything, send to me. Okay. Notepad, send to me this. Then we'll continue the class tomorrow. Thank you guys.